Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Just last night I made a video on how to create this book and somebody left me a message. And the person I'm doing it for, I'm going to leave you a reply to the message. I would really appreciate it if you reply to my reply to make sure I know you got it. I never know if people get it. That's why I actually prefer people to email me. And then that way we can correspond. And I'll leave my email again at the bottom of this video. But they wanted to put words on the book pages. So I'm only going to do half the book. The other half would be just exactly the same as we did the other day. I just typed out little wordage and duplicated, just made it the size about what I wanted. And here's how you do it. You take a rectangle, and we're going to go ahead and go to object and convert it to a curve, and then get the shape tool. Well, you know what? That didn't work because I need those nodes. Well, let me try that again. It worked just a few minutes ago and it worked last night. Maybe if I just get the envelope tool. Yeah, there we go. I'd go ahead and delete those two nodes and then grab those two nodes. And you actually do have to turn it into a curve to make this come about. See, as soon as we did that. So grab these two nodes and go right here to a single arch and just hold down your control button like we did last night and make your page. There's the control button. Now, we don't want the wordage to all the way to the page. So I'm going to make a duplicate of that. I'm going to actually just use the smart fill. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to make a duplicate and move it down. You know what? I don't like nudging more than once. So I'm going to make it like 30 inches because this thing is huge. So I'm going to make a duplicate of that and nudge it down. I'm going to go to effects and contour. I'm going to contour it one time to the inside. And that way it's going to get me off the page. I'm going to go up to object now and break the contour part. And I am going to move this down. Now I'm going to grab this. And instead of using an envelope tool over here, which probably do the same thing, I actually prefer to go to effects and envelope with your item selected and go right here to create envelope from, and put it like curvature of the book. Shift select, you've got that selected, shift select that and go EC. And then you could just take that text and nudge it right back to the book. That's all you need to do. Now, we have to make 3 pages kind of in order. And it's going to be cooler, whoever does this, to use different wordage on each page. So what I'm going to do now is group this together. And then I'm going to Control D to make a duplicate and do just like we did last night. I'm going to move this book in. I didn't get the two-sided arrow. Move that book in, keeping that line. Control D, make another duplicate, get the two-sided arrow, move that book in. And then I'm going to grab it while I've got it and double click on it. You know what, it'd be better to do this one first. Double click on it, get the skew and skew it up however much you want. And then get that skew and see the text and everything came together. Now, I'm going to get this, I'm going to move this over. It's all one group. I'll actually go down, I've got the 3. So this is going to be in the top page and it's going to be blue, but I cannot just fill this in. Well, maybe I can. And then go object, order, back a page. No, that didn't work. I didn't think it was going to work. So what's going to happen, I'm going to ungroup this. And I'm going to take my wordage and nudge them out of the way. And then I'm going to make this blue. And then I'm going to put this back over there and go up to object, order, front of page. And you get your text. Now it'll look a lot better when I put the light sheen to it. And that's actually the deeper, maybe too deep of a purple or a blue. And then just do the same thing the other one, just ungroup it. Move that out of the way, and we're going to make this one. green, and I'm actually going to take away, no, I'm not going to take away the outline. Move this over, and the green's always going to be on top because I created it last. Object order front of page. And then the same thing on here, just make this one, we got to ungroup it. Don't ungroup all because you'll ungroup your group of words. Make this one yellow. I am going to go ahead and take away the outline. No, I want the outline like we did last night. Then move that up and it's going to be behind the page. Group or order front of page. Now I'm going to group this together, Control G. Control G. Because if we don't do this, they won't move. Control G. And now I can put, well, I need to actually, well, I don't have to use that interactive fill tool. I might have done that before. Yeah. I should have done that before I put the words in there. So that's easy enough. Just ungroup it. I've never really done this before, so then grab that interactive fill tool and put a little black at that edge. And, you know, if you, like we did last night, if you don't really have to have them all the same, so it doesn't really matter how we do it. I'm going to ungroup this. And I'm going to get the interactive fill tool. The interactive fill tool on yellow normally doesn't look very good, but because of the fact that it's going to be the last page, you know, it always looks kind of smutty, dark. Then we'll go ahead and put that back and group that together. Put this back, group it together. Ungroup this one. Move the text out of the way. Interactive fill tool. Last night I used I think I used the attribute eyedropper, but you still got to change the colors. And the only thing you want to do is make sure it's grouped together, Control G. Now we're still going to have to probably move them in order, but that doesn't really matter. Whoop, I didn't group that together. Control G. So that should be at the back of the page. So I'm going to go to Effects and, go to Object Order Back of Page. The blue should be on the front of page. Grab the blue, go up to Object Order Front of page, and there you have it. I should have made the outline black. Well, that actually put an outline around the text. So you really want to do that pre-hand when you don't have the text in there. Then on the other side, just do the exact same thing, hopefully with different text, just like we did last night. It's not going to look worth a flip now because we can't just mirror that or anything. You really need to do both sides just like that. But that's pretty cool. Good idea. Thank you for the question. So please either reply to my message or email me. I will put my email. And then that way, if anybody else needs any help with anything, please email me. It's a lot better. Anyway, hope that gave them an idea, and thank you for watching.